Hi guys, I'm Liam Lawson and today I'm at DK Engineering with a very cool opportunity to show you and drive two of only 22 right-hand drive Ferrari 250 GT Lussos. So first up we have an original unmodified Lusso. This has its original interior, original registration. It's been mechanically restored. It was blue out of the factory in 1964, but it's been repainted in 1968 to this Rosso red, but otherwise it is completely as it was from factory. All right, let's go for a drive. Quick for an old car. It's got honestly really strong power delivery. It's really smooth. I expected it to be probably a little bit more difficult, but honestly it drives really nice. First thing I noticed, the steering wheel is massive compared to what I'm used to. It has no power steering, so I guess you need that diameter to be able to steer it. I can't believe how massive, it feels like a bus steering wheel. You feel everything compared to obviously modern cars, especially now. It's the most raw feeling of a car. You had just a lot more connection with basically what's happening beneath you, a lot more connection with the road. The tires, obviously the profile, the sidewall is so big that it's almost quite like a floaty feeling. The car wants to roll around a bit. But to be honest, it doesn't roll over too much. It sits reasonably flat. Obviously, performance-wise, you're never going to get the same grip as from a modern-day tire, but the feeling to drive, it's so unique. The car has so much, it's so playful like that. It's a very forgiving tire. You're never going to get like a snap oversteer moment that you're going to get in a modern car with aero with these kind of tires. Obviously power delivery is actually really nice. It's a V12, so it sounds very good. No turbos. The throttle, obviously being a cable, the response is good. You can't give it too much too quickly, otherwise it'll choke up. But that's part of driving your car that's of this age. You've got to be super careful with gear shifts, like going down gears, going up gears, especially third. Obviously being an old gearbox, you've got to be really patient with all the shifts. Can't really be rushed. It sounds so cool. It honestly sits really well at speed and it's like super flat, super smooth. Such a unique feeling driving a car like this. It's so different. Even just like the vibration through the steering, you just feel every single thing in the road, which is something I'm just honestly not used to anymore. Brakes are actually quite good. Quite a nice feeling on the brake pedal. You have to push reasonably hard, but you have quite a nice feeling, to be honest. You can feel everything. Difficult part compared to a modern car is no power steering, but other than that, once you get rolling, the clutch is reasonably heavy and long, but once you're rolling, it's so nice to drive. So I've really enjoyed it. Let's try the hot rod and see the differences. Right, onto the second Lusso. Here, as you can see visually, it's different. This is a hot rod version of the original. So what are the differences between these two cars? So first up, main visual difference on the front compared to the original, this has been debumpered. What you might not notice is where the fog lights used to be is now brake cooling ducts compared to the original, obviously, which has the fog lights. Moving back to the wheels are 250 GTO wheels with upgraded brakes as well. So what about the engine? Oh yeah, It's very different to what I'm used to, but in the original, what is a 3 litre has been brought out to a 3.3. We have 6 carburetors versus the original 3, and high lift cams as well. So it's running around 300 horsepower. So what about the interior? We have a completely retrimmed interior, lightweight dash, chocolate brown trim all the way through. It's very, very nice. So we have a racing harness and a half cage as well. To me, that's really, really cool. Obviously, I'm a racing driver, so I'm super into that. And then the gearbox is from a 250 GTO. So it's a 5-speed open gate gearbox versus the original 4-speed closed gate. Moving on to the rear of the car. First main visual difference, similar to the front, the rear bumper has been removed, so it's been debumpered. We have a rear external fuel filler cap as well, which is like a race car, which is really, really cool, I think. And then the exhaust, probably my favorite parts, snap exhaust, giving it its incredible sound. So, time to take it for a drive. Oh yeah, oh my god. We're in the hot rod. It's very, very different already. It smells new. The noise is so good. Yeah, the sound is unreal. It's quite aggressive, but it's so good. Holy moly. Yeah, this one sounds proper. You can feel the torque, it's a bit more power. This to me just feels more, it's more of a race car feel. Like I imagine this is what it would have felt like. Obviously I got a harness on, I can see the cage behind me. The noise, gearbox feel. That's so sick. It's just got more of a aggressive, I would say, note than the original with this exhaust, with this engine setup. A bit louder obviously as well. You have to be so precise with the shifts, being a gated box. I'm watching every time I shift because I just don't want to miss a gear. You can't really do any quick aggressive shifts with this because you just miss them. Handling wise, honestly, they both obviously have that similar tyre profile, so it's the same kind of feeling. But this, yeah, feels real good. To me, this feels more racy. Obviously, it sounds more racy. The exhaust blow is a lot louder, but being in this cabin, the way this feels in here, I imagine this is what it would have felt like to be a race car driver, racing cars in the 60s. It's so much fun. Super raw, you just feel absolutely everything. No power steering, cable throttle, and the feeling you get through the vibration through the car, you just feel everything. It's such a cool experience. So I would love to push this thing on a track, because I can imagine what it would be like, and to me that's really exciting. Honestly, for me to be able to drive these two cars has been so cool. I've had a good day. I've had a very good day. So there you have it, two incredible Lussos, very different in their own ways. Which one would I personally have? I'd have to have them both.